We are the students of Year 1 in the School of Forestry, Ecotourism and Landscape Management in Department of Ecotourism, Parks and Green Space Management. This is the assignment of climatology and we are group 8. And our topic today is to discuss about wind. We are a group of 5 students and those 5 students are going to discuss about wind. First person is Uwizeye Jean Baptiste, second is Nyonguru Josiane, third is Olumore Rachel, fourth is Nkori Singizwa Honorata, fifth is Manishimwe Ismael. So we hope you are going to be together and we discuss about this topic of wind. This is the bibliography of our topic where you can visit those websites, where you can find their GIF, content, and other related information which can tell you more about the wind. There you can know the definition, the meaning, and everything about wind through those links provided in our bibliography. Thank you. Hello, I'm by the name of Nyonguru Josiane. I'm from Group 10, and we are going to present about wind. Here are the objectives of the topic. The first, the student will be able to understand the meaning of the wind and where wind comes from, and they'll be able to know how wind is measured, and they'll be able to define some key terms used while studying wind, like downburst, polar estuaries, and so on. The students will be also to know the formation of the wind. They'll be also to know the types of the wind. They will be also able to know the importance of the wind, either on soil, on crops, and etc. And they'll be also be able to know the factors which affect wind. Introduction to wind. Wind is the movement of air caused by differences in atmospheric pressure, which means that the wind occurs due to the difference in atmospheric pressure. The wind have different lengths of the scale. The range of the scale differs due to the time that wind blow lasts. We have thunderstorm flow, which lasts tenths of the minute, and you have local breeze that is generated by heating on land surface, which lasts few hours, and you have the global wind, which is happened due to the absorption of solar energy between climate zone on the earth, and that lasts long time, as we understand that they have different scales of the length of the scale. So this is caused by the atmospheric pressure. The pressure differences are driven by uneven heating on Earth's surface by the sun. As we have previously seen the definition of the wind as the movement of air caused by the difference in atmospheric pressure. The differences in atmospheric pressure is caused by the difference in heating on Earth's surfaces. So when warm air rises, it created the low pressure areas, and while the cooler area sinks, that means that it creates the high pressure areas. This means that the movement of air from high to low pressure is what we regard as the wind, because this means that there is differences in atmospheric pressure. On this slide, we are seeing the example of wind blow. This is the picture which shows palm trees in lane, how the wind blow them and they bend depending on the wind direction. For further more information about wind or other images of wind, you can visit the website below the photo. On this slide, we are going to see the examples of the wind. Here there are 4 examples of wind. There are kadibatic wind, Chinook wind, local winds, and global wind. Those are examples of the wind. As you can see, this slide shows the example of wind. This is the example of kadibatic wind, which is blowing in an area without any vegetation. This is the example of wind, which is kadibatic wind. For more information, you can visit the website below the picture. Types of wind. In types of wind, we have 3 types of wind. First one is global wind, which is is also known as permanent wind. As you can understand in the name of global, it means that it is the large scale wind, which means that they have the pattern which are influenced by the rotation of the earth and distribution of the land and water on the planet. In the example of global winds, we have trade winds, we have westerlies and polar easterlies. Trade winds are the steady winds which blow from northeast in northern hemisphere near the equator. And the another example of global wind is westerlies prevailing winds, which blow from west to east in mid-latitude. And the last is polar easterlies wind that blow in from east at polar region. Another type of wind is local wind. The local winds are small-scale winds that are influenced by local geographical features. It means that those winds are blowing or are known due to the certain local geographical features. If there's an area with high mountain or an area which is prairie, this means that those winds blow depending on the local geographical features. We have three examples of local wind. We have katabatic wind, we have Chinook wind, and we have foreign wind. The katabatic wind, those winds are downslope wind caused by the flow of dense cold air, which means that when there is dense cold air, the wind that blows is known as katabatic wind. We have also Chinook wind, which means that they are warm, dry wind that occur on leeward side or mountain range. And the last one is foreign wind, which means that they are warm, dry wind that occur on leeward side of the mountain. Seasonal winds. Seasonal winds are predictable air movements influenced by weather pattern worldwide. This means that it's the type of wind which is influenced or which is caused by weather pattern worldwide, which means that maybe we are in summertime or winter time, that weather pattern can influence how or the type of wind we are going to have. Here we have example of the seasonal wind, which is monsoon wind. This wind is originated from Arabic Museum, which is caused by differ in land-ocean pressure due to the land and the water surface heating. They occur in East and South Asia, West Africa, Australia, and part of Northern America, such as Arizona. This is caused by increasing in rainfall between July and September. Valleys and mountain breeze occur during the daytime when warm air rises, while the mountain breeze occur after sunset when the cooling air is descending. And also in seasonal wind, you have katabatic wind, can be cold or warm depending on their origin and terrain characteristic. Those are the examples of the seasonal wind. Thank you. We can invite another representative.
Hello, my name is Nihosinizwa Norata. I'm here to present these types of wind shown in this platform. The first types of wind is global wind circulation. Second is local wind circulation. Third is seasonal wind circulation. These types of wind shown in this platform can show how wind are moved in this circulation. When you want more information, you can visit in this website to get more information about types of wind. Example of local wind. First example is Chinook wind. Chinook wind are the Chinook wind profile that's shown in this platform. This wind is moved from the top of the mountain to the bottom of the mountain. These wind are affected by the pressure gradient. This pressure gradient is move of wind from the high pressure region to the low pressure of region of wind. This is an example of season wind called monsoon wind. On this platform, we have image of the palm tree. On this palm tree are bending due to blowing of the wind. The force resulted in the blowing of wind caused the palm tree to bend. These palm trees are bending in direction of wind. Sometimes you can find these parameters in the stationary because on the season wind. When you get more information about this example of season wind, you can visit this link. You get more information about this season wind called monsoon wind. Numerous features of the Earth system are shaped in large part by wind. The following are some examples of cause and effect connection between wind and other elements of the Earth system. First example is wind has major role in atmospheric circulation, which determines the regional climate and the proper weather pattern worldwide. Variation in wind direction can affect the distribution of the temperature, humidity, and precipitation patterns in various areas. For instance, change in wind direction or strength can cause change in rainfall patterns, which can have an impact on agriculture and ecosystem.
Hi everyone, my name is Rachel Urumuri. I'm going to present about characteristics and formation. Wind is formed by the uneven heating of the Earth's surface by the sun, causing variation in the temperature and the air pressure. Factors like temperature, gradient, topography, the Earth rotation, and the local conditions like mountain and urban areas influence wind speed and direction. Wind speed is measured using anemometers. Here there is effect of the wind. Numerous features of the Earth's surface are shaped in large part by the wind. The following are some examples of cause and effect connection between the wind and the other elements of the Earth system. First, wind has the major role in atmospheric circulation, which determines the regional climates and the proper weather pattern worldwide. Variation in wind direction can affect the distribution of temperature, humidity, and precipitation pattern in various areas. For instance, change in wind direction or strength can cause change in rainfall pattern, which can have an impact on agriculture and ecosystem. And also there is an instrument used to measure rate of wind. The following are 3 anemometers, wind vanes, and wind alarms. Any anemometers measures wind speed and direction and is used in weather stations. Wind vanes indicates wind direction with an arrow or fin, while wind alarm alerts users when wind speed reaches a specific threshold and are used in industries like construction, agriculture, renewable energy, mining, aviation, and marine. The following are GIF images that show instruments used to measure wind rates. First one is cap anemometer, second one is wind vane, and third one is wind alarm. As we saw above, cap anemometers measures wind speed and direction is used in weather station. Wind vane indicates wind direction and arrow or fin. Wind alarm alert users when wind reach specific threshold and used in industry like construction, agriculture, renewable energy, mining, aviation, and marine.
Brothers and sisters, hello. My name is Uwize Jean Baptiste. I'm here to present about the factors that affect wind motion. Number 1, pressure difference. These affect wind in this way. The difference in air pressure between two locations creates a pressure gradient, which causes air to move from a higher pressure region to low pressure region. The second, temperature difference. Uneven heating of the Earth's surface by the sun creates a temperature difference, which in turn creates a pressure difference and drives wind circulation. Number 3, a Coriolis effect is deflection of object including air to rotation of the earth surface. This causes the wind to curve and create a large like trade wind and jet streams. So we continue to factors that affect wind. Number 4 is topography. The shape and features of land, such as mountain, valleys, and coastlines, can influence direction and speed of winds. Number 5, vegetations and roughness of surface. The roughness of surface, including vegetation, buildings, and other obstacles, can slow down and slough the wind flow, which can affect the speed of winds. Number 6, altitude. The wind speed increase with increase in altitude as effect of the surface friction decrease. This is why turbines are often placed on tall tower to capture the strong wind. Number 7 factor that affect wind is the seasonal and diurnal variation. Affect wind in this way: the seasonal change in temperature and pressure pattern, as well as daily variation in solar heating, can lead to change in wind speed and direction over the time. Number 8 is centrifugal force. The centrifugal force also affected the wind motion this way: when an air particle travels in a curved path, an acceleration toward the center of the rotation is exerted. Due to this acceleration, a centrifugal force operates and makes to flow the particles. Of wind to the soil. The soil erosion. The wind erosion is caused by strong, turbulent wind blowing that causes unprotected soil surface that is smooth, barely dry, and granulate. The soil particles start to move when the force of wind starts to overcome the gravity. The movement of soil particles depends on the size and the weight of that particles. Soil deposition. When wind hits an obstacle, the wind slows down, depositing and heavy material. The material collected and creating additional obstacle and eventually forming the mud that bury and the original obstacles. Number 3, soil structure. The strong wind influences the formation of the soil by continuous rubbing against the rock and eroded the vein. These also carry sand from one place to other place. Number 4, soil moisture. The wind plays a crucial role in conserving the soil by reducing evaporation of water from the sun and winds. Continue to importance of wind to the soil. Number 5, the soil temperature. The wind plays a crucial role in regulating the temperature of the soil, as a wind blowing from a hot or cooler place, it brings about hot air or cool air, which reduce or regulate the temperature of that place. Number 6, soil nutrient cycle. Wind can play a role in cycling of nutrients in the soil by transporting organic matter and other nutrient-rich material from one location to other, which can affect overall fertility of the soil. Here we have the image showing the soil nutrient cycle. As you see on the image, we have different items: the carbon dioxide that accumulated by plant, nitrogen that absorbed by roots of trees, calcium also absorbed by root tree, and we have process, decomposition, and respiration. Even though there is carbon dioxide that released in atmosphere from the soil. As you know, the sun is very important in wind blowing, is there for those process to happen and make that there's a cycle to take place.
Hello, I'm here by the name of Man Shing Ismail. I'm going to present about how wind affects the globes. First, wind affects globes by positive ways. Here, I'm going to talk about how the winds affect the globe's beneficiary. Firstly, wind increases the turbulence in the atmosphere, thus increasing the supply of carbon dioxide to the plant, as the plant needs carbon dioxide for photosynthesis. It means that the winds resulting in the greater photosynthesis of the globes. And secondly, the wind also play a big role in alter the balance of the plant hormone. As you know, the plants have hormones that make it to regulate the activities such as oxygen, such as barium and tren, etc., so that the wind play a big role in balancing those hormones. Thirdly, the wind also play a big role in production of estrogen, both R and the lice. And then the wind also play a big role in increasing the concentration of nitrogen in both R and lice when its speed increases. In this next slide, we are going to see how wind affect the globe, impact the globes negatively. Firstly, wind impact the globes negatively because strong wind damage the shoots. Also, strong wind damage flower and or makes flower and fruit shading and cause soil erosion, as we know. Also, wind cause soil position and leading to poor aeration in root zone. And also, winds also cause roughing, and the cold winds also causes chilling injuries, and also clumps and trees with shallow roots. When there is a strong wind, they become uprooted. So at the end of this course, we have been preparing you questions and answers about our chapters or our topics. So here we have been preparing you a quiz with corresponding answers to test whether you have been get some knowledge or some skills, isn't it? So here, let's start by our quiz. Our quiz has consist of 5 questions. First question is about what is wind. Secondly, it is to know how wind is formed on Earth's surface. And thirdly, it is how does wind affect climate on the Earth's surface. And fourthly, what impact does wind have on local weather patterns. And fifthly, how do topographical features influence wind patterns. And six, why is understanding wind is important for climate on Earth's surface. So, as you can see in this next platform, this is the answers that answering the above quizzes. So here we are not going to illustrate or to answer each question or each and every question. By now we are going to show you these answers is there to help you to make your own revision, to check whether your answers, whether your own answers, it is corresponding with those answers have been provided for you, to check whether your revision is very completely or you have understood what have been presented. Now this is the same case. This is also the same case to above platforms. This is also the answers that answering question 2, question 3, question 4, question 5. So try to check if your answers is matching or corresponding with these answers that have been provided for you. If not, try to make more effort. Try to put more effort on your revisions, isn't it? So thank you, but let's continue with question number 3. On question number 3, because it is serious question and which is very important, that's why we are going to give you the answers and to help you to understand this question because it is very important. This question 3, it is say that why is understanding wind important for climate on Earth's surface. So it is very important understanding that wind is very important on climate on Earth's surface because climate pattern wind plays crucial role in distributing heat and moisture along the planet and influencing region climates and weather patterns. Ocean currents, wind help drive ocean current, which plays a significant role in regulating global climate by redistributing heat across the oceans. That's why here also the winds play big role in driving the oceans, as you can see. And then for agriculture, wind is very important on agriculture. For example, knowledge of prevailing winds pattern is essential for agriculture as well, as wind can affect crop pollination. As you know that wind is pollinating agents, so that wind on agriculture it play big role. It acts as pollinating agents and even pest control and soil erosions. It play big role in pest control, and even though it can do those things which are very beneficial, it has also serious problems like soil erosion, so on. So also wind also it play big role, as you know, energy production. We have in a power from the wind, which is a source of wind energy. So energy production, wind energy is harnessed through turbines to generate electricity, making understanding wind pattern vital for renewable energy production. As you can see in these points, wind play big role in energy production as source of renewable energy resources. This is why we are talking about more about this question, because this question is very important and very serious, and it can give you more information about how wind also is very important in terms of energy production, in terms of agriculture, in terms of ocean current, or even in terms of climate pattern. So if you want to know more about winds or more knowledge related to our chapter of today, try to visit this website. You will get more knowledge. Now this is our references, and it is there to testify that or prove that what you have done is have source and it is right. So for those who have confusion, try to visit our references, and then you are going to see that what you have done it has source and it is right. So thank you for everyone, and thank you for your kind attention, and may God bless you.